Before this video gets started, I want to explain something real quick. If we treated superstars fairly, this video wouldn't be possible to begin with. I'm not going to spoil too much, but in this video, I often talk about how if X player did this, they would get this reaction, but since Y player does it, it's okay. And in a perfect world, that point is stupid because it is stupid. Like, we should be treating all the superstars fairly. But unfortunately, we just don't. So yeah, here's this video. The 2020 Los Angeles Clippers were a disappointment to say the least. When you consider the Clippers went 6 games with the Warriors in 2019, and for the cost of losing Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, yeah, people running to their computers or rushing to television to say the Clippers are going to win the finals actually didn't piss me off. It wasn't even a bad take. After all, people had already started the shenanigan that Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the world. And let's not forget that Paul George is a top 10 player, bona fide superstar. Oh, and it gets better because guess what? They already have Patrick Beverley, the king of River City, the rough rider that everybody want on their team. Even at the time, I disagreed with all these takes, but if one thing is clear, I can admit this. Even though this part of his game is slightly overrated, if Patrick Beverley is your third best defender, you in good hands, bro. When people argued the Clippers had the best perimeter defense in the league, who could be mad at that? And then having guys like Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell off the bench, yeah, this was supposed to be one of the best teams we've ever seen. Oh my god. And considering you had Kawhi Leonard fresh off a championship and everybody was happy he didn't go to the Lakers and start Warriors Part 2, not only did more people start thinking he was the best player in the world, but a lot of people started defending him no matter what he did. Like Kawhi could have 18 points in a game and everybody would just either be quiet or be like, oh, it was a bad night. But unfortunately, the world hates on LeBron James, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook. Any superstar gets this hate when they play bad or when they miss games due to load management or their team start underachieving. But whenever it was Kawhi Leonard, everything was just okay. It's just completely unfair. It never made sense. And fast forward to today and it's still happening. Obviously, it's not just his fault that the whole team choked in Game 7, let alone choked the 3-1 lead. But what's even more obvious is out of all people, the only person that's holding this man accountable for anything that I've seen is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe being the guy who literally opposes Skip Bayless, the ultimate LeBron hater. He's the yin to the yang. While Skip Bayless will tell you this ring actually hurt LeBron's legacy, Shannon Sharpe will tell you that LeBron been the GOAT since he was drafted. But yeah, that's the only guy that I know of that's actually holding Kawhi accountable. And granted, there may be some other analysts or some takes that I simply don't know of, but this is just what I've heard. Either way, holding Kawhi accountable is definitely not the popular thing. Everybody love to talk about Doc Rivers. Everybody love to talk about Paul George, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, any fucking body. But this nigga Kawhi Leonard though? Bruh, he can't do it himself, bruh. It's not his fault his teammates suck in the playoffs. It's not his fault that his coach is retarded. The team failed Kawhi. Kawhi didn't fail the team. Man, let me tell you real quick. Go to fuckhead with that shit, bruh. So you're telling me that this motherfucker can be this ass in Game 7 and get away with it? What the hell is he low managing for if he gonna be ass in the fourth quarter? Shit is real life confusing. It's perplexing to me, my guy. And trust me, it's more than just Game 7, but let's really sit down and talk about Game 7. If that second half box score said Russell Westbrook's name on it, what would you say? What about if it said Damian Lillard or Luka Doncic or Giannis or Embiid? Y'all would be real quick to jump on their ass. But that's not even the standard this dude was at. Remember, Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the world. Kawhi Leonard's more clutch than Kobe Bryant. Kawhi Leonard is the modern day Michael Jordan. If a guy like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, any guy of that superstar caliber, the same caliber that everybody was so quick to put Kawhi on, played that bad in the Game 7, yo, he would be done for. Them niggas would be in the woo, they break their own phone, them niggas is not on social media for the rest of the season how bad y'all would murder them. So I'm sitting here trying to think and I'm actually kind of getting mad and going crazy over the fact that what did Kawhi Leonard do to get absolved of all the accountability that comes with being a superstar? Kawhi must have raw dogged your wife or some shit, cause I don't understand, bro. I really don't. I know Paul George was trash. Trust me, I know Paul George was bad. Pretty much everybody who's seen my channel seen the Clippers video, but before that video took off, the OGs know about the playoff P video. Bro shot a 3 and it bricked forward.
They've gotten a number of second shots though.
George, way off. It's the side of the backboard.
Like, we all know he sucks. We all know Doc Rivers is low-key an idiot. How do you have all these offensive weapons and you can only play street ball? And I'ma even give y'all niggas the underrated factor that Lou Williams has never been good in the playoffs. But if you're watching this video, I assume you're a person of intellect or a person who likes to gain knowledge. So you guys don't mind if I ask you one simple question, right? Man, who the hell told him to miss though? Like, what makes him miss shots? Like, was he depressed on the court? Was he about to cry or some shit? Like, was he watching Paul George? He was like, oh man, this dude sucks. That's the only reason I'ma give y'all. Because if that wasn't going on in that boy head, that little robot emotionless head that he doesn't give a fuck about nobody, if that wasn't going on in his head, no excuse. Like, he was just missing open shots. Or if he wasn't open, he couldn't get shots off of MPJ and Jamal Murray. You choose. Which narrative do you want to push then? rant, but I saw an open nigga missing shots. Man, I was supposed to be chilling in this video. I was supposed to not rant, bruh. I don't want everybody to think I'm a rant channel and shit, but bruh, y'all niggas really sucking, bro. Like, I had to. I'ma say it again. If the name wasn't Kawhi Leonard, he would literally get eviscerated for that game 7. But I know what y'all thinking, that I'm only gonna talk about one game, and I ain't no casual. Sorry. Cause what a lot of people don't know is your best player in the world, your king Kawhi, had 2 games in the same series that he didn't even score 15 points, and he's a scorer. The main complaint for this guy is he's not a facilitator, so get him a facilitator. Bro's supposed to be a bucket and he ain't getting buckets. My man really came on the court in game 2, shot the ball 17 times and made 4 of them. And when you rewatch it, it's even worse than how I'm saying it. But some of y'all didn't even know that, and I bet y'all didn't even know that. You wanna know why you didn't know that? Oh, this man Lou Williams shot 0-6 from 3. This man Paul George shooting 36% from the field. But Kawhi Leonard shot the same 0% from 3 like Lou Will did. Granted on 3 shots, but it's still 0. And he was actually less effective and less efficient than playoff P that game. Ain't that shit crazy? In fact, you could even argue that JaMychal Green or Ivica Zubac were the best player in that game for the Clippers. Now maybe my scouter broken. Maybe I need to fix this shit real quick because something's not registering in my head. Did the supposed best two-way player of all time, or the best player in the world, King Kawhi, give me 13 points in 38 minutes? God forever forbid this, but if I was a Clippers fan, y'all know he's seeing the woo, bruh. Y'all know I'm not playing with him. Y'all think what I did to Danny Green was bad? What if LeBron James did that, bro? Oh, wait a minute. LeBron did do something like this. Because in 2011, LeBron James was just terrible in the finals. Like, he was dog shit. Oh my God. He was just not good at the game of basketball for 4 or 5, 6 games, whatever the fuck it was. And let me make sure I got this right, but it was the chosen one is now the frozen one? Well, the fuck is the claw for blowing a 3-1 lead? The handle? The crutch? The scratch? I think I'm gonna go with Paul, but it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we just gonna blame it on Paul George anyway. Fair enough and credit was due. Kawhi was amazing in game 1. Dude had like 29 or 4 misses on some crazy shit. Like, he was unstoppable. But for the rest of the series, my man averaged 24 points on 40% shooting. Ignored like fuck though, because guess what? It's Kawhi Leonard, right? And here's another thing we low-key ignore. Can we talk about this Dallas series? And I know y'all probably like, alright, Sage, now you bugging because Kawhi was actually great in that series. I'm not saying Kawhi was ass at all. In fact, that is your series where you look at Doc Rivers and playoff P and Lou Williams and all that shit. But keep the same energy. If any other best player in the world candidate went 6 games with this Mavericks team that didn't even have their second best player, concern would be all over the fucking media. Even though this man Kawhi Leonard is real live averaging 30. If Kawhi Leonard wasn't his name, it's just Luka Doncic. He should be averaging 40. Or whatever dumb creative reasons y'all find a way to blame these players for the fact that their teams actually can underperform. My point in all that is y'all are never dumb and creative when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, unless you're trying to hide him from holding any accountability. We're pretty far in the video. If it hasn't been made apparent, I don't think Kawhi Leonard sucks or anything, but it's just the fact that Kawhi Leonard has been on some sugar-coated pedestal ever since he won in Toronto. And if you think that's cap, example number 1, when exactly did he just surpass Steph Curry like that? Now look, it's a good debate, and oftentimes the people that argue Steph actually lose the debate. And I'm not gonna say who's better right now because that obviously has to be its own video. That's just content. But it was really wild that Kawhi Leonard was just automatically better than Steph Curry just because he won the title. Oh my bad, it was the finals MVP trophy that Iguodala has. Yeah, Iguodala was the best player in the Warriors. But yeah, I don't care if you think Kawhi's better than Steph or Steph's better than Kawhi. I really don't, because it's actually a good debate. But at the end of the day, what did Kawhi do in that series that everybody was like, yup, best player in the world, let alone better than Steph Curry? Because as good as that trio was in Golden State, if you take away 2 of them niggas, it's not a trio anymore. The team was ass outside of them 3 niggas. Them 3 niggas was just insane. Motherfuckers was asking Alfonso McKinney to hit big shots. Kawhi did them boys dirty like he's supposed to, fair enough, but Kawhi did them boys dirty, and now all of a sudden, oh yeah, best player in the world, better than LeBron, Steph, KD, Gerd. When if anything, I thought people would say Kevin Durant was the best player in the world. This man KD pulled up for 12 minutes and dropped 11 on one leg. He was playing so good that people instinctually cheered when he got injured. But in closing, and I think I've calmed down, but hear me out, y'all. I don't know how many times I have to stress this enough. Kawhi Leonard is not bad at basketball. In fact, Kawhi Leonard is a great player. In fact, had people not overblown the finals, I would say Kawhi's 2019 playoff run was the most underrated run I've seen. Kawhi Leonard is a superstar. It's that simple. Kawhi Leonard is a superstar. Even though I don't like him, he plays for the team I hate the most. He is a superstar. And he's also a superstar that's capable of taking out other superstars. He has a finals MVP for simply guarding LeBron James. And I don't know how people are still arguing that Giannis is better than Kawhi when Kawhi really sunned that man in the playoffs. Like, that was fucking crazy. Hell, I'ma fucking say it. He hit one of the greatest clutch shots I've ever seen over Ben Simmons and Embiid. But with all the praise and admiration I can give Kawhi Leonard for simply being the great superstar he is, I have to at least meet him with the same amount of criticism and accountability when he fucks up. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a toxic Lakers fan. I'm gonna do more than that. But look, I'm not asking for the world to slander Kawhi Leonard, even though it would be a beautiful place. But all I'm asking for is if we're gonna anoint Kawhi Leonard the superstar that he is, we gotta hold him to the same standard we do everybody else. Because although playoff P is terrible, and although Doc Rivers is not the best coach in the world, and although the bench choked, and although Lou Williams is a perpetual choker, Kawhi Leonard isn't, wasn't, and never will be perfect. And this one's on him too. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's me, your boy TSO Sage. This video wasn't even supposed to be a rant. It was supposed to be a chill video. The mic was probably sounding better in the beginning of the video and everything. But then I just got emotional and here we are. But after playing it back, I'm keeping it. Y'all said y'all miss rants anyway, but I can't exactly force a rant. Like, it gotta be natural. Talking about the Lakers and Clippers, that's gonna do it. Or if there's a big false narrative going around, that's gonna do it. The rants are a byproduct of me loving the game of basketball. So if I'm really just doing it for entertainment, it's not gonna be the same. And for the absolute last time in this video, Kawhi Leonard is a superstar. I really don't hate him as a person. I know how to keep it within basketball. But I just found it insane how much this dude can be anointed for things but never held accountable. But I already know it's gonna be a bunch of y'all that missed the point and is gonna comment below how good Kawhi Leonard is. I know how good Kawhi Leonard is, but definitely leave a comment below anyway. I really don't give a shit. And speaking of comments, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like the video. If you like my content, subscribe. It means a lot. And it's been your boy TSO Sage. I'm gonna calm myself down. Let me tighten up and stop yelling in this goddamn mic. I will see y'all in the next video. Take care and stay blessed.